That's odd. I don't seem to remember Halloween Town being that scary. I would have expected him to bring up something sort of strange, foreign horror film that I never heard of. Oh, Halloween Town is not scary. It's a Disney movie. The fact that he's super scared of that, he's gonna be a pussy. You're a pussy, ain't you? You're gonna be scared of a little bit of blood? I should have saw it coming. He's a vegetarian. Damien's knuckles are turning white. It looks like he's about to rip the armrest off. Jesus Christ, calm your tits. Look, I'll distract you. Just sit on my lap. Shove my cock in your ass. I'll stroke your cock. And we can just ignore the movie, okay? Maybe that will give him like some kind of kink for blood after the movie. Wait a second. Damien, are you afraid of horror movies? You must be joking. I love horror movies. No, you don't. You're a little pussy. The lights dim for the film. This Damien screams. Oh my god, you little pussy. This is not dimmed lights. It is pitch black in here. Damien? I apologize. I was thinking about something far scarier than this movie, which is not scary at all. Aw, comfort him. We settle in at the film starts. I offer Damien some licorice. Ew. And he takes one. I take notice of how much his hands are shaking. Well, yeah, you handed him licorice, the grossest candy in the world. The title flashes across the screen in bloody letters. Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies. A pale man with long silver hair, glittering red eyes, and well-oiled abs sits up in a coffin. This is my kind of movie, yeah! I'm gonna lick them abs. Romulus blood, bad blood. Awaken me, coven! Ha! Two more vampires slide the tops of their stone coffins onto the floor. Brother, is it time? Yes, husband, but also mortal enemy. It is time. The three look at each other and then to the camera. For the Vampire Crusade, bitches! This rules. The trio of vampires flips off into the night as foreboding organ music plays in the distance. I somehow get lost in the movie. As dumb as it sounded, it's actually a pretty fun flick. We get to a tense moment of the movie where Romulus Trueblood sits at a truce meeting with the general of the human army whose wife Romulus has fallen in love with. What? Time to kill your wife. Romulus, it is good to finally meet you. General, I agree. It's good to finally... Blood, yo! What? Romulus leaps out and slashes the general's throat. Blood splatters all over everything, including the camera. Oh my god! That don't look like blood. He is such a pussy. Hold his hand. Dontarius, what are you doing? Be a fucking man. Damien screams again, reflexively grabbing my hand. Oh yeah, reflexively my ass. He is playing up this horror shit. Nah, he really does seem scared. But man, he didn't have to hold my hand. But he did, and he wants me. He wants me. I immediately blush, forgetting about any vampires or blood or vampiric blood. Blush, how cheesy. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Damien retracts his hand and places it back in his lap. Nah, boy. It's okay. We can hold hands. Or more. I was writing a novel in my head about blood magic, and I got to an extremely scary section. Why is he lying, though? It's okay to be a chicken. It's okay to be a fully grown man pussy. Damien goes back to quietly stressing out over the movie. It's kind of cute that he won't admit that he's afraid of it. It kind of is, but it's obvious. I wish he would hold my hand again. Hold his hand! Maybe I could do something to try and make him feel more comfortable. I've got it. I'll do what all dads do best. Talk during the movie. We don't want him to think that we treat him like a dad. Unless he's into that daddy kink, which he could be. Tell a dad joke. Point out a plot hole. Ask what's happening. Let's I don't know, he's a dad, so maybe a dad joke would be good. Let's point out a plot hole. Did you notice how the guard fired 7 bullets, but his gun only holds 6 bullets? How stupid! Yes. That is absolutely unforgivable from a filmmaking standpoint. Yes, let's just bitch about the movie. It's almost unwatchable. I wouldn't go that far. It's funny how it's much easier to point out tiny mistakes in the work of others than to actually go create your own thing, huh? Yes, my YouTube channel. Hey, look! That's an anachronism! The rest of the movie goes by relatively smoothly with only a few whimpers from Damien. Maybe he would have liked the romantic comedy better. It sounds like he definitely would have. It didn't give me a choice though. But I would have chose this one because it just seems like something he would like. We get to the final scene of the movie where Romulus, Bad Blood, and the General's wife embrace each other in his crypt. Aw, how cute! It appears that the true Vampire Crusade was the Vampire Crusade in our hearts. Our cold, unbeating hearts. Aw, how romantic! Romulus and the General's wife begin making out hard. Oh, they're gonna fuck. They're gonna fuck. But she's married. The film fades to black and the end appears on the screen, but then it hard cuts to Demetrius and his rival lover Carmilla, who watched the two from afar. Oh no! Twist ending! Our bloodline has been pure for the 1,000 years. Romulus has betrayed us by loving a human woman. It'll only be a short time before the next Vampire Crusade 3 evil must die again! More thunder, more ominous organs. The movie fades out again and a bloody question mark now accompanies the end. Hey, you survived. You survived the movie. That's good. Damien and I walk out of the movie theater amidst throngs of chattering moviegoers. I read thongs. He's a little more pale than I remember. He's already pale as fuck, but otherwise he survived the encounter. He even seems kind of invigorated. What an interesting film. While the premise admittedly struck me as pedestrian, I was intrigued by its harrowing love story and great attention to detail in regards to vampiric lore. Yeah, it was pretty good. A lot more vampire titties than I thought there would be. A lot more than you thought there would be. Your daughter sold it to you with the vampire titties. That's why we watched this movie, for them vampire titties. Come. You gonna just tell me like that? Okay, Daddy. I'll come. The night is young. Let's take a stroll. Are we gonna finally hold hands? This is where we decide to take a stroll? Damien is making a point of not telling me where he's taking me. Still, I'm enjoying the walk and the cool night air. Being alone here with Damien is a lot better than being in the crowded theater. I like movie theaters. Lovely night, isn't it? As lovely as the company, yes. Whoa! He putting on them moves. We're gonna fuck. ... He thinks I'm lovely? Damn, okay. Here comes the smooth response. Thanks. Cool. Okay, what? None of these are fucking... Thanks. No. Problem. Crushed it! You could have said you're lovely too, for fuck's sake. We both stand there feeling a little awkward. I sure am one smooth operator. Are you getting a little hungry? We could maybe stop off and grab something to eat. Like my ass. Worry not, friend. I have a plan. Is this plan gonna be a picnic? We turn the corner and greeted by the gates of a cemetery. What? I've had sex in a cemetery. Can't talk. Are we going in there? A little bit of Victorian flavor, Dontarius. Trust me. I trust you. I ain't scared of a cemetery. It's kind of weird that you're a pussy in horror movies, but you like hanging out with dead people. I'm a bit nervous, but Damien hasn't led me wrong yet. I follow his lead as we walk into the cemetery. Statues of angels stare down at us as we follow a path through the faded tombstones. As we crest a small hill, we get a beautiful view of the city. The night lights sparkle around us. I gotta hand it to him for being in a cemetery. This is strangely romantic. I spent my prom in a cemetery. Tracy needs to stop going to cemeteries. Picnicking in graveyards is an old Victorian tradition, an appropriate finish to an evening after a vampire movie, wouldn't you say? Is that really a Victorian tradition? I'm gonna have to look that shit up after this. That's cool though. I've never picnicked in a graveyard, but I have ate Taco Bell in a graveyard. With a flourish, Damien produces a blanket and picnic basket. Wait. Where were you hiding that? Probably in his cape, I would think. Under my cloak? Yeah, that makes perfectly logical sense. Oh, right. Damien unfolds the blanket and we both sit down, gazing out over the city lights. He produces a bottle of red wine and a fine selection of cheeses. Shit, this is a rich ass fucking date. It's in a cemetery. We're eating on dead people. Kind of rubbing it in their faces that they can't get drunk anymore, but it is very romantic. In the Victorian era, there were no public art galleries, parks, or botanical gardens to speak of. Once rural graveyards became a more popular alternative to church burials, they became the only place that people could see beautiful plant life and fine sculptures. That actually makes sense. And they are really pretty, actually. Like, if you really look at a cemetery, take out the fact that they're dead people, that makes sense. This is pretty nice. I have a question, though. How are you so okay with being in a graveyard, but you had trouble handling a scary movie? Well, call him out on it. He's been trying to pretend like he didn't the whole time.
What?
I wasn't. He sighs deeply. Okay, yes, I was extremely scared by that movie. I was not writing a book about blood magic in my head. I know, but blood magic is cool in Dragon Age. I just have never been good at those. I feel as if because of how I look and act, people expect me to love horror films, so I must play that part. Truth be told, I don't know if I have the constitution for them at times. That's kind of like, that's why whenever I said I went to a date to Twilight, it's because they thought I looked like I would like Twilight because I look how I am. So I guess I can relate to that. Damien, I'm so sorry. If I had known, I would have suggested another movie. If you didn't put on your list of things, movies, horrors, I would have picked a different movie. But you always go with the romantic comedy as the first date movie. It's always the safe bet. It's quite alright. I actually did find myself enjoying this one. Thanks to your help. And my company, right? Because you love me. Graveyards, however, I think there's something rather beautiful about death. Cemeteries are traditionally built away from cities, away from the realm of the living. It keeps us rather separated from it. To acknowledge death and become comfortable with it, I think gives us a certain intimate knowledge of ourselves. That's true. I can't understand really why you'd be scared of things if you aren't scared of death and you've accepted it. I mean, some people just get squeamish about blood for whatever fucking reason. To sit amongst generations of those who came before us, to be truly alive in the midst of so much death, brings me great comfort. I love rubbing it in the dead people's faces that they are dead and I am alive. Death helps me appreciate life, to savor every second. That's good though. That's something, like, you'll notice it. After somebody you care about passes away, you always kind of realize, like, how fleeting life is and how important it is to take the time and enjoy life and make something of it. We sit and enjoy our food and wine. I don't feel scared anymore. Never thought I'd be comfortable sitting alone in a graveyard at night, but I actually feel very peaceful. Well, you ain't alone, technically. Suddenly, it doesn't seem like we're alone. Off in the distance, I see a shadowy figure in the trees. What? Is it Lucien again? What is that? Probably a human coming to say goodbye to a loved one. I'm not sure. It noticed us. I'm paralyzed with fear as it begins lumbering slowly towards us. It's shaped like an animal form, more feral. I look to Damien for help, but he's just as afraid and transfixed as I am. Yeah, he's a pussy. He ain't gonna help us. I want to scream, but it's stuck in my throat. The creature's getting closer, moving faster. Is this Amanda? I would not be surprised. Woof. It's a dog. Yeah. Yo, it's not... you guys are such fucking bitches. Like, it's a cemetery, but you guys are together. You're two grown men. An animal walks toward you. I'm pretty sure it's okay. Oh my god, it's a cute dog too. Look at this dog. As it finally comes into the light, the friendliest, dumbest little Boston Terrier I've ever seen pulls its owner towards us. That's rude. Calling him dumb? He does look like a fucking idiot though. Look at his tongue, it's sticking out. The dog trots over to Damien and sniffs at his hands. Damien looks ecstatic. He ruffles the dog's fur happily. Aw, Damien likes dogs. What a beautiful dog. Hey, we both look up, not expecting to see Robert. Oi. Of course it's Robert. I only fucked him. Thanks. Yeah, it does look like a white trash dog though. It really does. Like it looks inbred, and the color, I should have known. Robert, what are you doing out here on this lovely evening? Hunting cryptids? What? What? I didn't know you had a dog. This ain't my dog. I found her wandering in the street. I put a leash on her and now we're walking around the graveyard together. Perfectly normal behavior. Am I right? Hunting cryptids. Damien and I share a look. May I give her a treat? Please don't put peanut butter on your nutsack for this dog. Sure, wouldn't give her cheese though. Why? Not to worry. Damien reaches into the depths of his cloak and procures a small dog treat. What else is he keeping in there? It's like Mary Poppins up in there. The dog laps up the treat and crunches away, tail waggling furiously. Damien continues to smooth down her fur. Thanks. My absolute pleasure. I get off on this. Damien shakes the dog's paw. Aww, Damien with the dog is so cute. Lovely to meet you, my friend. May our paths cross again. He's shaking. He is talking to the dog. Robert and his dog disappear into the darkness again. Damien stares after them. I wonder if the fact that I fucked around with him is gonna come back to bite me in the ass. Cause I really like being bit. So it could be nice. I didn't know you liked dogs. Victorians love dogs, actually. Most Victorian women of high fashion would always be accompanied by a small dog, such as a terrier or a Maltese. Yeah, but why? He is super, super obsessed with Victorians. Like, it's his thing. He is very obsessed with it. I think dogs are nice, too. Yeah, man. Dogs are cool. I do believe we've had enough excitement for one night. What say we make our way home? Oh, shit's about to get steamy. Please, please. Damien hops to his feet and extends a hand to help me up. I gladly take it as my knees aren't what they used to be. You look 12. I mean, you look like a child. Not literally, but you look like 21. He packs up his picnic basket and leads us out of the graveyard. As we begin to walk home, I take one last look at the cemetery. It really is beautiful. Is this my house? Like a proper gentleman, Damien walks me to my doorstep. Aw, shit. We ain't gonna fuck. We ain't gonna fuck. We are not gonna fuck. I just feel it. They're both too shy. Thank you ever so kindly for your company tonight, Damien. It was my pleasure. Don Terrace, if you'll allow me, it would bring me great joy to offer you a token of my affection. Your neck, please? Damien reaches into his cloak and pulls out a folded, monogrammed handkerchief. He presses it to my hand. Not quite what I was looking for. Wow. Thank you, Damien. I will use this to dry my tears for those I've lost. I can't wait to sneeze on this. Rude as fuck. I'm gonna wave this at passing ships. That's not what they did in the Victorian era, is it? He clearly wants me to do... I'm gonna do this. A bunch of dicks just flew out of him. Yes, I know they were eggplants, but that was dicks. A noble purpose. Damien shuffles his feet. Just kiss me already. Lay one on me. I just want to say that it's rare to find someone like you. Someone who's open to my eccentricities. I'm very eccentric myself. It's nice to feel so accepted. Thank you. Damien gives my hand a quick squeeze. Oh, squeeze something else, back. Damien blushes and hastily retracts his hand. Come on, Don Terry, kiss him. It better give me that choice. I must take my leave. Good night. Before I can say anything else, he's gone. Damn it. Huh. I unlock the door and step inside. Fucking Christ. I should have kissed him. Like a whirlwind, Amanda runs from the window and plops down on the couch, trying to look nonchalant. You was stalking me. Hey, Dad, what's up? Were you watching me from the window, you little bitch? No, I was just, okay, yes. How's the movie?